Fox News contributor Liz Peek. You know it's just hogwash fear-mongering when they mention beer and tequila.
It does sort of get your attention, though, doesn't it?
It's just, again, I just go back to the chicken tax. It is a tariff
That's right.
that has been on the import of light trucks and SUVs since the mid-'60s. Nobody says boo about them. They've been in place since then and saved the U.S. automobile industry.
Well, look, this is part of a bigger effort to basically make people really concerned and anxious about the Trump economy. What effect does that have? It drives down sentiment. People should know that consumer and business sentiment during the Trump era was persistently like 50% higher than it has been under Joe Biden. The tariffs are part of the new agenda. There's no question about it. And people are concerned that it's going to raise prices. The point is it's supposed to impact behavior. So if it does get the job done in terms of securing the border or moving on tariffs that other countries are putting on our products, for example, one of the things that I know drives Donald Trump crazy is that the EU charges our cars 10% going into their countries, and we only charge 2.5%. So some of it is rebalancing trade, which he did in the first time around. Let's remember also that we didn't have inflation during the first 4 years. And you saw a very big change in the amount of sourcing from China from 2018 to 2021. It went down substantially. So they had the desired impact, which is what I started talking about, but also did not raise prices. Why? Because, as Wilbur Ross says, one of the reasons we went after China with tariffs is because they unfairly subsidized their manufacturers. So China ate some of the tariffs. It wasn't passed on to the American consumer. The Chinese government basically absorbed some of that hit. Now, will that happen with Mexico? No, it's a different setup. What we're hoping for with Mexico, obviously, is not just resetting trade, but securing the border.
Well, the brilliance, I think, of Donald Trump is he's always negotiating. He's using the tariffs as a way to even the playing field and say, you're not going to run over the United States anymore. But I want to transition here and talk a little bit about what's going on in New York City, because this story about the New York City Mayor, Eric Adams, he can't deny the truth in Vivek Ramaswamy's pointed criticism after blowing the lid on the city of New York, paying Pakistan $220 million to house some migrants.
Yeah, and let's remember,
I think he was right in his tweet. It breaks my heart that we're spending this much money following the law, where New York City requires us to do.
I mean, Liz, that's a crazy amount of money.
Look, this is, again, part of a bigger story. New York is broke. We can't afford the tens of thousands of migrants. And this is just one instance of how tons of taxpayer money are going the wrong direction. Pakistan is not a friend of this country. This is an absurd situation. But we needed 1,200 rooms in this hotel to house migrants. So something has to change. The good news for New Yorkers, Eric Adams gets it. I think he wants to change the sanctuary city. If it were left up to him, he would do this, and taxpayers would be happy with that. Other cities, man, Denver, San Francisco, and others, they are deep into this, and everybody's budget is suffering.
Boston.
Mayor Eric Adams said, I'm willing to meet with Tom Homan.
Yeah, he's up for that.
He's like, people who are illegal migrants, who are criminals, get them out of here.
Yeah.
So keep the hotel open, because, again, you just go in and just arrest people and take them to the airport.
But by the way, all of this is terrible because you're raising the price of hotel rooms because there are fewer available now for tourists, which is a big, big stream of income for New York. We can't afford to have all these hotels housing migrants at what, even though it's $220 million, is not great, is taking hotel rooms off the market. We want tourists.
And
we don't want migrants.
Crime
illegally.
is up in Midtown. It's way up.
It's disaster.
Thank you, Liz.
Thank
Liz Peek,
you.
great to